losing almost all my energy. Bloody hell, that's about right, isn't it? Instant match reaction. Chelsea 6. Chelsea 6. Everton 0. Now, before we even start this up, I just want to say I feel so sorry for those fans travelling back from London, those Everton fans tonight. That was disgraceful. I mean, I went to that Burnley game, which took me 4 hours to get back. It took me 4 hours to get back, and that was coming off a win. And Everton playing crap, it still felt like shit. Now, those Everton fans now are travelling back from London 6-0. 6-0. And the Everton players, I mean, as an Everton fan, you'd do anything to play for Everton Football Club. The Everton players didn't turn up. They didn't even play for Everton Football Club tonight. Didn't even play for Everton Football Club tonight. So we're just going to drop a bit of an instant match reaction, see how we feel. Just get stuff off your chest, and we don't want to cover it again and talk about it again. Caswell, Paul Fosden's in the building as well. Missed you, lads. Caswell, how are you feeling on that, mate?
Awful. It was probably worse than when we lost to Tottenham. No, the scoreline was worse, but the actual performance was probably worse than when we lost to Tottenham away 5-0. And yeah, we had a chance with Beto and stuff. Would it change the game? No, because our midfield disappeared for the first half. And I honestly think if you'd have took the midfield out and replaced them with 4 traffic cones, Chelsea would have probably had about the similar amount of chances, because that's about as useful as our midfield were.
It just really was so bad. Like, the midfield was non-existent. Wasn't it, Garner and Onana? I mean, a few of us asked for it. We thought they'd be a bit more lively and energetic, but it was non-existent. Wasn't it, the centre midfield? Paul Foster, how are you feeling after that, mate? I know you've had a bit of a family over and stuff like that. It's a bit more stressful, isn't it, that?
Yeah, I mean, it's been quite a nice weekend, to be fair. And then it just all goes to a bit of a shit show tonight. So, yeah, it is exactly one word, shite. That's up there with Wolves away, that.
Worse than that.
Yeah, well, yeah. For many reasons, to be honest. They just moved quicker, far quicker. They looked as though they were on it going forward, and we weren't on it going forward or backwards. And as soon as Beto doesn't get that one that Coleman puts across, you know what's going to happen. It was just a matter of time. They just gradually got worse. You know, I'm sure all the Pickford shouldn't be playing for England shouts are going to come in again. They'll have a week of that. I was surprised when it turned off and turned on again to see Michael Keane. Good that he's back to doing what he does. How many did we have booked tonight? We must have had a few. It was just awful, horrible, embarrassing.
It's quite a good word, that. Embarrassing.
I hope, like, one comment there, what's all the background noise? I hope we're getting no background noise. If we are getting background noise, sorry. No, it's just Mashiri there as well. Mashiri there. I mean, we're going to be cursed one of these days. Cursed the football club since he's been here, hasn't he? Just, do you know what? When we went to that Burnley game, Paul, and we managed to win, not convincingly, I said to you, if we played any other team in that Burnley game at home, we would have got spanked, because there was a couple of times that Burnley did us and we got let off. They did us down. Our defence was fragile. There's a couple of times Bradford had to come in. And this was Burnley, a poor Burnley team, by the way. No disrespect, but I'm just saying, I knew a lot of teams are better than these. And I knew if we come up against some good attacking players, the way we played against Burnley would be in trouble, because Burnley could have made us play and they didn't. Burnley should have beat us. I'm not even joking the way they started the game and the way they attacked us with 10 men. We was disgusting that Burnley game. And I had a feeling, when we come up against Palmer, and some good attacking players, they wouldn't let us off like Burnley did. And it's happened. And we got destroyed. Now, you can just we always say this is a free hit and stuff like that, but it's gone beyond a free hit because the confidence knock on that is going into the next game now. That game actually feels worse than losing 5 in a row. It feels worse. The winning a game just feels pointless now. Oh my days! It's Pickford. I'm sorry, but he did that for England. He did that for England. Exactly same sort of thing when Tielemans scored, and he's done it again. Now it's not just Pickford to blame this game, but I'm telling you something. That was a bad time to give away a goal when Pickford did, wasn't it? I mean, we're not in the game, but you can't just finish the game like Pickford did just because we're not in the game. But it's not just Pickford. There's a lot of players to talk about here. And I want to hear what you all think in the comments as well, because there's a lot of Dyche out as well. I want to hear what you're going to say on that. And I know some people are, just an instant reaction, Dyche out. I'm not being funny. Dyche didn't make us look that good, Burnley. And he didn't make us look that good this game either. And some people will say, is it Dyche? Is it the players? Yes, the players are massively letting him down, but he's got to do something about that, hasn't he? It's also his job.
I think the thing with Dyche at the start, I think at the start of the season, we were a bit more forgiving because we were having chances but not putting them away, so you could blame the players. However, I think opposing teams have now worked out what we're going to do and play to counteract anything that we can offer, and we've got no plan B. And we've defended Dyche a lot on here and been very supportive of him. And at the start of the season, I wanted him to be here for a number of years. I could see him doing well, but I think the turn of the year is a bit inexcusable, especially tonight. Tonight's been a real bad one.
That's been worrying, hasn't it? What do you think on the? I mean, we've got to talk about Dyche, Paul. Is it not Dyche? Is it the players, or you're not allowed to talk about Dyche just because the players ain't looking good? Or can Dyche get more out of the players?
It's both. It's both. You know, I mean, as soon as you see the lineup, you know, we're not going to be much of an attacking threat. We created 1 or 2 opportunities around the area, but how many shots did we have that were actually on target? Very few. And basically, Chelsea just set up to defend. But again, there was no class to it. The offside, I mean, the header that he scored, he was offside for a good 30 before the ball even came across. It's just common sense stuff, and Chelsea don't have to do very much. They just sit the back 4 and the 2 lads centre mid, fine, and then you have your Jackson up front and your 3 quick young lads behind, and all they did was 1-2 triangles, get forward and create chances, and we at the races at all. And I don't know what happened to Brad, to Onana, to James Garner. It was just awful. It was just really bad. Really it just makes you sick. And
we are getting a bit of breakup on Paul there. He is calling in from with his family. Fair play, making the numbers up. We're having a bit of breakup on you there, Paul. We've even put him back in. What do you think on what he said there? I know you caught a lot of what he said then, Paul Caswell. There's what stuttering after this game, and I really am angry. Well, what Paul said, Garner and Onana needs to take a big look in the mirror. A big look in the mirror.
I think there was
they are
class, wasn't there?
No, it's not. There's not even that. I mean,
It was
for me,
tonight.
Caswell, I know you say they're a different class, and trust me, Palmer, I know how good he is. But if you look at every goal, Everton are doing something before the goal happens. We're doing like if you go and watch. Like my partner said this to me. Was it just that Palmer's that good? I said yes. Palmer is good, but watch every goal. One goal, Branthwaite slides, slips, and gets nutmegged, and that's not something Branthwaite should be doing before he's in. Another goal, Pickford makes a mistake, gives it him on a plate. That's our fault as well. The header that Palmer had was just ridiculous. I mean, the way we let them put the ball in down our right hand side was ridiculous as well. So I get what you're saying. We can just say, "Oh yeah, Chelsea was class," but have a proper look at Everton around that, Caswell. Have a look at what we're doing before they do those things.
Yeah, I was saying that tonight showed a difference in class. Like, they never really looked under any pressure. Their midfield just didn't even look like.
Yeah, is that tactics?
Yes.
Is that tactics?
We don't have a plan B. So as soon as it starts to fail, we've got no way of coming back into a game because we try and hold on and then sneak a win. We've got no other way of winning.
It's just bad. I don't know. And then some people will say, this is the thing with Everton, it's a proper head fuck at the minute. Sorry to use the F word then. I couldn't think of another word to put in, but it's a proper head banger at the minute because you think to yourself, we should be tactics that try and win a game more. But then can we do that? Are we that crap that if we do that, we're going to get battered? So you don't know. Shout out to Rob on a shite night like tonight. He's put £5 towards the channel. Now, the channel costs £20 a month. And the way YouTube goes, I'll say it now, the way YouTube goes, if you donate £5, the channel gets about £2.50 and YouTube gets about £2.50. That's the way the channel works. We pay £20 a month. So that does help. I mean, I think our total pot of Toffee Bluecast, some people say, oh, the channel makes loads. I think our total pot of Toffee Bluecast since we've been going for 1 year is about, now Rob's done that, £12.50. And I'll pay £20 a month and have paid about 120 quid. So, yes, it definitely does help. And no, the channel does not make a lot of money. So, thanks, Rob, for that. I always give a shout out on them because I appreciate it. It will go towards it. Looking at the comments
it's
now.
It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah. Look at this comment now. I'm going to try and get the comments on as well. Me and Caswell will interact with the comments as much as we can. Paul's there as well. He will struggle on signal. You might not get better signal, but he's trying to face the music like us. Still think Dyche is on, man. This -8 point thing is not our fault. It's 8 points. Then the season, he gets a fair amount of wins and often draws. So basically, this comment from Twitter is saying that just forget about this game. It was awful, but Dyche does get results from games that he actually can get results from. Like Emma said, though, I really... that result that he got Burnley, if it wasn't for a deflection, I don't think we won that game. If it wasn't for that goalkeeper, I don't think we won that game. Don't even think we look like winning the game with 10 men. I really don't. So I get what you're saying, but the results haven't been that good, have they? And teams have been poor around us as well. Keep the comments coming in. Tarky just said in an interview, it's all on the players, not the manager or staff. I think Tarkowski's been really bad, you know. I think he's gone frigging proper adrift. I do. And I know you shouldn't be naming and shaming players, but I think he's gone proper dodgy. Branthwaite was not on it. Every player was shot today, but I'm just saying, like, Tarkowski, he's been captain. You'd expect something like sort it out for him. I don't know. Keep dropping the comments on the screen. Branthwaite, well, he was amazing last game, but this game, still got a lot to learn, hasn't he?
He's been amazing all season, hasn't he? He's actually had a one-off, but I think the result kind of reflects some of the performances recently, as early as last week, like you said, when they went down to 10 men, and we discussed it after the game where we said we didn't even look like creating anything. We didn't know how to turn the tap on and get forward and press and go for that second goal and kill the game off. And today, as soon as we went 1-0 down, that was it. We were devoid of ideas. It was like we didn't know how to come back into it. And then Chelsea just ran the show from. As soon as that first goal went in, it was just the Chelsea show. It was like a Chelsea training game, just watching their midfield like show off the skills and how brilliant they are as players.
No, it was it. When the first goal went in, you knew you were in trouble. It's a bit early into it on the first goal. There is Paul. Are you in a lift?
Yeah, I think because we've got some here as well, signal's not great. So if I drop out, that's why. But I think my signal's as good as our team was tonight. Is in and lacking every possible piece of power they could. So, but like someone said before, like someone said.
Oh.
He's cut him off. He's struggling with signal. Oh, are you sure he wasn't playing today, Paul? He's struggling with signal. I have to remove him and get it again. I thought someone had broken my house then. I tell you something. It's just... It's cracking you up, Paul, and cutting it off on you. Just going to keep the comments coming in. That was dribbles and quality players. That's what dribbles and quality players do. They take players out of the game. Brian, try and keep your comments coming in. But it's every week. They can't play football. I agree.
Yes, totally agree.
Need better players. Need better players, though, Brian. The Blues has gone and commented back to him. Talkie on TV, we've put that. Everton, nice to see you, mate. Glad you feel a little bit better. Not a nice game at all, though. Words fail me. Tuesday delay. Yeah, we've come live now just to see how you feel and stuff like that, and tell you how we feel. But we don't have a plan A. Don't have a plan A, B, C, or D, do we? That's the problem. I'm confident that Dyche will keep us up. This lad's or woman is a big Dyche fan clearly, and is confident that I still think. Do you know what the big problem is now? Braithwaite has come off injured. I don't know how bad that is. So we've watched Keane come on. Patterson come on. He's injured now as well. I don't know whether Onana's injured or Garner's injured. I know Garner was on a yellow card. Our squad's just gone from having quite a decent, well, not good squad, but quite a decent size squad to a lot of probably troubles now. Because Braithwaite looked like a bad injury, didn't it, when he come off? Not like a crunching tackle, but looks like a pull. Don't know if you know anything on that one.
Just wait to find out what happens with him, but we could definitely do with Braithwaite against Forest. I know he had a bad game tonight, but he's literally 1 in 32 games where he's not been our best player.
I don't want to be negative, but I don't want to be blind either. I'm sorry, but I'm going to be honest. After playing like that, coming up against Morgan Gibbs-White, Forest have got some good fast attacking players. They're going to their eyes are going to light up, let's just say that, after watching that Chelsea game. If they can see one player, Palmer, get frigging absolutely destroy us, just one player, I'm sorry, Chelsea, but there was literally a Palmer show tonight. If they can see one player destroy us like Palmer did, I reckon we're going to get pounced on next game. And it's added a lot more pressure going into that Forest game. And if we concede early, the problem is, if we do concede early against Forest, if Dyche doesn't do something and these players don't pull the socks up and we concede early against Forest, that game is going to go straight back into the players' heads. This 6-0 game, that Palmer show, is going to go straight back into these players' heads, and it could happen again. That is the problem. Caswell looks like you're going for a wee there. What, you loading up your drink?
No, I'm sorting out the kids' dinners for tomorrow.
He's sorting out the dinners, love it. I thought he was going to the toilet then. Live on the show, Caswell is going toilet.
Yeah.
Keep dropping the comments on. Beto and DCL can't score 1v1. Well, do you know what? I felt I know I'll get shit for this, but I actually felt sorry for Beto. I did.
No.
because he had shit service. He probably should have scored, but he just
He
does
should have
keep working.
scored. He should have scored. He's a Premier League striker. That ball should be in.
Which one then? The Coleman chance, would you say? Is that the one you
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about where Coleman drilled it and he was onside? They actually gave that offside, which is crazy.
But it'd have gone to VAR, wouldn't it?
It would have gone to VAR and it would have counted, yeah. So Beto, if he would have put that in the back of the net, it would have been different. But then we did go see Palmer miss one like that later on, so it can happen, I suppose. But then Beto did score a fantastic header, which was a really, really good header, but too lazy, like Paul said earlier on. Paul Foster said they're not getting themselves back on side. Caswell,
Last week against Burnley, after the
they don't get
game,
themselves back on side.
I think we got caught offside something stupid like 7-8 times. And we've not learnt our lesson. It happened 2 or 3 times again tonight. We don't attack, and then we're not switched on. We just are not switched on. We don't have the skill or the mentality to do the right thing. And we just don't have it.
No. Comments keep on coming in. Starting Coleman and Young together is a sackable offence. What do you think on that, Gaswell?
I agree. Totally agree. What the 105 between them? I mean, I think you still get a lot out of Coleman, but we shouldn't be relying on him. You should have a bit of youth and a bit of attacking flair. And because, like I say, once you're 1-0 down against the speed of Chelsea, where's the goal coming from?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and we haven't got the attacking. But our attacking players are so slow. The Blues, says Forest, have got good attacking players. They have. They really have got good, fast attacking players. Our attacking players, when we try to, we can't even counter attack anymore. And we used to be able to counter attack. And people will hate me saying this. We used to be able to counter attack because we had Damari Gray and Iwobi who could run. I'm not saying they're good. I hate saying this about Iwobi because I don't even want to talk about him. But I'm just saying we had players that could actually run and try and had a bit of speed on the counter. Richarlison was always fast on the counter as well. We had counter attacking players. If we was to try and counter-attack Chelsea, I can't think of... Corey's not fast enough. McNeil's not fast enough to do it. Young's not fast enough to do it. Beto's probably not fast enough to just run through on a counter-attack and not get caught up. So, what is our tactics? What is our tactics? We can't counter-attack. We're sitting back. So, we're sitting back and we can't counter-attack.
I think we rely heavily on set pieces, don't we?
Yeah, but you say that, and I get what you're saying about Beto. He should have scored that, but we never know when the ball's going to come in the box. Sometimes McNeil will whip it in early, and then there's no one in the box. Sometimes it'll take ages, and the player will run in, and McNeil's not crossed it yet. As a striker, you don't know what sort of service you're going to get for Everton because we don't know how we're going to play.
When was the last time? When was the last time one of our strikers had a peach of a cross on their head? We've not had one of those since Gray and Andros Townsend left.
It's not just, you know what though? The thing is, and I know Beto will always get stick because he's an easy target because he just looks like he's a bit sluggish and stuff like that. But when Calvert-Lewin's played, he's been offside quite a lot as well, hasn't he? It's not just a one-off thing.
No.
The amount of times I've seen Calvert-Lewin offside is unreal. So I don't even think it's just a Beto thing. This is why I say, like, seriously, why ain't... You think Dyche should go mad at him saying, don't be lazy. You'd think Dyche being old school, that's the first thing Sean Dyche would say is we're not going to get many chances this game. So you make sure that you're onside when the ball's coming. Don't be lazy. When we have free kicks, Caswell, we're standing offside. And I know we're doing that to move Chelsea closer to their goal. But we don't quickly run back onside last minute. It's either Chelsea come back to mark us or we're offside. I watched it today and I watched us and I thought, you know what, fair enough, putting them back, but make sure as soon as the ball's kicked, run onside, then make it run. We don't even do that because the only person that I watched that was onside was Tarky back post, but all the rest wasn't onside. It was only Tarkowski that kept himself onside, that back post ball, and he headed it across and all them was bloody offside. And it's just so lazy and shite for me. And we did it against Burnley, Caswell, where we take a free kick quick, and no one's even there. Like, do you know where you take free? No one's even up yet.
We're just not switched on, are we?
No.
We make bad decisions. We can't pass the ball to each other. We've lost energy
Signal's
now.
gone, Foster.
Oh, we've lost our energy now.
It's quite worrying though. For we'll keep the comments coming in. It's quite worrying because we ain't got good players for next season, have we?
Nope.
It's worrying how thin we are. Because you take Branthwaite out and you think, bloody hell, our defence is slow. Tarkowski, Keane. Put Patterson on and he looked like he struggled a little bit. I was so praying Patterson smashed it, but he did look like he struggled a little bit.
Well, in fairness, you would do if you've not played for so long. Like, you're trying to get up to speed when you're 6-0 down in your first Premier League appearance for mustn't have played for about 15, 20 games, has he?
Liquidate. We can't liquidate it. Even be worse than what it is. Bad attackers, Dan. Yeah, it probably is bad attackers, but I'm not being funny. I'd be playing Shamiti if that's the case. He was on the bench, wasn't he?
Yeah. Why not? Yeah. Why not just? We're not winning anyway, and we're not scoring. So just put in Dobbin, Chamiti, I don't know, Dan Juma, Lewis Warrington. Oh, we got beat 4-0. We were going to get. We're getting beat 4. We're still getting beat 2-3, 4-0 anyway.
Well, I get what you're saying. At least it would have, like the Blues are saying, when you know that Young's not even going to try and take players on, when you know McNeil's not even going to try and take players on, we're giving up, like putting the opposition under threat. That's the problem. And I think, like, just you could have. There is moves to be made. Some people will say, "Oh, what can Dyche do? We've got shit players because we've been shit season after season." People will always go to that. But I still think there's work that can be done. I really still think that Dyche can make moves, and he's not, and he's going with safe. No way do I think Ashley Young should have played that game. Sorry. And he stayed on really long. Harrison, when he come on, by the way, I didn't know he was on. I didn't look at the half-time subs. And Harrison, I looked at Harrison, I think it was about 70th minute or 75th minute, and I was like, has he just brought Harrison on to my partner? And she goes, no, he actually come on at half time. She checked. And I goes, no, he hasn't. He's just come on now. She goes, no, seriously, he come on at half time. I was like, oh my days. I can't believe, like, every player is underperforming so bad, ain't they? And that is when you start to ask questions on Dyche, because I know a lot of people will say the players are shit, but we have seen these players play better. We've seen McNeil play a lot better than what he's playing. We've seen Onana play better than what he's playing. We've seen Garner play better than that. We've seen Jack Harrison play better than that for Leeds. There's got to be better players than some of these. There really has. It's just frustrating.
Very much so.
The Blues said Shamichi was fit. I don't get why he's not playing. I can't believe Beto's had to play a full game there. Shamichi hasn't come on. And we haven't played two strikers when we're that far down. I really can't. Barkley. Don't even want to talk about Barkley at the minute. Yeah, he will get into this squad easily, but it's so sad to see how much we've declined. I think that we're that desperate to get Barkley back in the squad. I'd like to think we would have, after Barkley leaving and stuff, years later, would be a lot better and could say, no, we don't want him. But unfortunately, he probably will get into our squad now.
I mean, it always goes back to the age-old question of it's what 7 years of mismanagement. 7 years.
Did you listen? Did you? Yeah, it's 7 years.
It's just awful, isn't it? That steady decline, and it's another exhausting year for the fans going, and you can see it coming down to that Sheffield United game, the thing we didn't want to happen. Because we're not going to Arsenal and getting anything. No,
it's just... It's frustrating. What we do as Toppy Bluecast is we do like to be a positive channel, but we have to come live after this. We're dropping all the... Yeah, we drop it. I know, Caswell, you're the most positive person ever, and I know I didn't even expect you to come on, not in a rude way, but I know you would have hated that as much as me, and
Yeah.
you don't want to let it over get to you and over drain you because it's not going to help. But I knew that a lot of fans would need to come on and say what they think. We've come now, and we've got your comments on the screen. We're here for you. We're all in this together. All we can come on and do as fans is say we feel so sorry for the people that travel because I feel like shit and I haven't travelled.
Oh,
Honestly,
mate,
I feel like shit
they'll,
just watching that on the TV.
they'll be getting home about 1:30. There's nothing to
Should get the
even.
money back, shouldn't they?
Yeah,
Get the
they
money
should
back.
do. They should do, or get like free tickets to the Liverpool game or something.
Yeah, I think they should get the money back. I've seen Tottenham do it before. A disgraced performance like that. I think they should get the money back. I think Everton should say all those people that travelled, we're giving you your money back.
And it should come out
It's
the players'
just-
wages.
Yeah, it really should. What we are doing, we are finishing this on 40. It is 32. We'll keep this going for about eight minutes. Rob's just getting off now. Castle's come on, thank God. And yeah, we like I say, we just wanted to see how you feel in the comments, and we've interacted with you and stuff like that. I think there'll be another stream. Because there's a lot of stuff to talk about and there's a lot of stuff to go into, but it's just frustrating. It really is frustrating. Mashiri was there, yeah. I seen him, and it really balls me to see his face actually, because he's destroyed this football club. And I know people keep
Massively.
siding up for him. People side up for him. I was on a space at half time, and someone, good lad, by the way, like the lad, but he was like, "Oh, he has put his money where his mouth is. You can't say he ain't done that. He has, but he's put his money where his mouth is, and put his money in such bad things that it's got us into a massive mess." I'm sorry, Mashiri's just come in like a cocky shit. No businessman behind him doing things properly. No good people on the board. And Mashiri's just gone, right, I'm going to try and get players. And I'll overpay to get them because they don't want to play for Everton. That ain't that good. And I'll overpay to get them. And I'll give them massive wages just to get them as well. So we've ended up getting loads of players that don't really want to play for us, so they play shit. Players that ain't that high profile anyway, and on massive wages. And we've just continuously done that, and it's bit us in the arse for me. I think we're doing business all right now, Caswell. I think we started doing business all right now, but it's too late, if you know what I mean. It's biting us in the arse.
I think we're just scraping the barrel like 38-year-old young on a free because he's free and stuff like that as a result.
Yeah, we can't do nothing now, but when we did have money, like you've got to think with Gabamin, Tojan, Schneidlin, Rooney, Delph, Gibson, Wilcott, big money on Wilcott. There's been so much. We didn't build a football squad. We could have literally done what we're doing now. Got loads of good young undercover players and built something really special now when Mashiri first come in. But he didn't want that. He just wanted to be a show off with his money for me. Sorry, but he just wanted to be a show off.
He thought he could do it like Football Manager, but it don't work like that.
Yeah,
He should have put the money into the youth academy, and we'd have had a steady stream of talent coming through.
Exactly. I mean, you see now we're doing business right because we buy Branthwaite for $1 million, and look at what he's become. I know he wasn't good tonight, but it's good business because he's worth massive money. We buy Onana. I know some people will say Onana's shit, and he really was shit tonight, but his price tag is decent, so it wasn't bad business. We'll sell him on for more than what we got him. We've done business a lot better.
Onana is a good player when he's got other good players around him who will run and he can dictate the pace of the play. The problem with Onana, the way his game is, he can't get the ball and take on a player and drive through midfield and lay it off to someone. That's not his game. But we don't have that type of player to do that. So there's no one really for him to pass it to and get the game going forward with Onana.
No, there isn't. I think, like you say, you go and put Onana in a Chelsea team, he'll be loving it with Palmer in front of him. This Everton team's just weird. It's big trouble. There's big trouble in this Everton team. It ain't right for Dyche. tactics and philosophy is just going to be work hard and graft. Onana doesn't want to do that. He just wants to be on a possession team where he can just move it about and put a tackle in every now and again to look good. That's what Onana wants to do. This Everton team, the way that with how shit we are, you've got to put 110% in, and a lot of players don't want to do that. Don't know. They're normally better than what they are tonight, though, ain't they? I mean, we are coming towards the end now. Probably ain't been the best listen tonight, but what can we frigging do? What can we do?
In fairness, though, mate, we are normally positive, but you tell me a positive out that game from tonight. The only thing is we can't be that bad on Sunday.
Yeah, but we can. That's the thing. That's what worries me. We can. I don't even think Chelsea moved out of fifth gear. I think they took it easy on us as it was 6-0. Palmer could have had 4. He missed one off the line. Palmer could have had 4 first half. How can you turn up on a football ground and have 11 players on the pitch and let one player score a hat-trick in the first half and could have scored 4?
I mean, he was awesome. He played like Foden did against us at Goodison.
No, he's a good player, but you got to stop him.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though,
literally, if Onana is this good, Caswell, just say to Onana, I don't care what you do, you can be the free man. So to get Doucouré pulling in, because we all seen, I think when Doucouré played centre mid, he was actually quite good second half.
Yes.
I think you've got to remember, Doucouré and Allen used to run centre midfield together. So Doucouré, as under Carlo Ancelotti, has bossed the centre midfield with Allen.
Allen would have snapped Palmer after that first goal. Palmer would have dribbled past him, and Allen would have kicked him right in the shin. I loved Allen. I absolutely loved Allen. I thought he was a brilliant player. I know a lot of people didn't like him and said he was a bit slow, but he always got stuck in, and he won the ball so many times.
Yeah, Allen was a good player, and I think he would have been a lot better. The only problem with Allen is he often played in a 2 in midfield and got exposed. If we played him in a 3, he would have been a lot better off because someone would have covered his legs. He never had the legs, but he was good on the ball, and he hated losing, and he'd fight for that badge. And I think we miss Allen sometimes. I think when Gomez come on, I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it because I want Gomez to play well, but Gomez made a big difference. He just got on the ball and he showed a lot of composure. And I think if our players would have had a bit of bollocks, like when Gomez come on, if our players had that composure that Gomez had, Chelsea wouldn't have battered us the way they did. Allen would have got rinsed. Maybe not in a 3 if he's got the legs around him. I don't know. Even the unicorn can't save us now. The unicorn's dead. It's outside, freaking in the bin. It's like moles and everything. So I don't think the unicorn can. I think we'll stay up, but I just don't like being an Everton fan when it's like tonight. It's fucking shit. I'm sorry, but it's shit. It's just like
I lost everyone then. Sorry.
For me personally, right, I can accept losing, but I can't accept the players not turning up.
No,
do you know what I mean? If our players ran our socks off and fighted and it was outclassed, but we gave 110% energy wise and tackling and got stuck in and just tag teamed, covered the pitch as much as we can and got back, I could accept it. But I've seen a lot of lazy players today that would know that if you asked them and said, how much did you give that game? They wouldn't have said 110%. They would have said about 60%. And I think a lot of your players playing on 60% just ain't acceptable for me. It really isn't. It's just not acceptable. And that's what pisses me off.
Yeah. I always think, like, when we used to have players like Gravison, if we had a midfielder taking over the midfield like that, in years gone by, one of our midfielders would just take someone out or get involved in something or just wind them up. Do you like stand on the back of the shin? Like, that's what, be a bit Everton about it. Like, if you're going to run the midfield, you're going to have a horrid time for 90 minutes if you want to have fun. But honestly, I was looking at it, it was literally like a training session for Chelsea.
Onto what you're saying, it's like we tried to get stuck in and Chelsea was nutmegging us.
I don't think we were trying to get stuck in. I think we were just like rabbits in the headlights.
I'm sorry, the Blues, right? When Braithwaite got nutmegged, he was off balance and he's having one of the worst moments he's ever had. He don't normally do that. And I get the problem is, and this is what will frustrate me at loads, is that a lot of Everton fans will just be like, "Well, we're shit. What do you expect? Well, they're miles better." I get they're miles better, but we should be giving them more of a game. Like the way we started the game, I'm not even joking. The way we started the game, I thought Chelsea looked better passing, so we're going to have to defend well. But I thought when we actually do knock balls in the box, they was under threat. I thought we could get something from a few corners at the start of the game, a few balls in the box, that Beto chance as well. I thought we're in this. Like Chelsea won't like us putting long balls in, which they were struggling with. And I thought they're going to be hard attacking us. We're going to be hard to cope with when they attacked us. So the way the game started, I didn't think we was in big trouble. Did you?
No, and especially when Beto had that chance, I thought we're doing something. But it's just that mentality in it. 1-0 down. Oh, we've lost the game already, so let's not even try. Seen it too many times. It's just boring now. The players don't have the Premier League mentality or determination to win or get back in a game. They had it at the start of the season. Now I don't know what's going on behind doors, but it's gone back to that feather touch, weak mentality of, oh well, we've lost now, so let's give up. And we've never had that at Everton. Never ever had it. Our teams have always tried, and we've had bad teams and bad plays in the past. But the one thing that Everton players have never done is given up. And I think the last few seasons, towards the end of the season, like Tottenham away, this game, players are starting to give up, and that's just unforgivable in an Everton team.
We could have Michael Keane playing centre back next game. You know, I don't think Brantford will be available, and we could have Michael Keane playing centre back against Godfrey. So we could have Michael Keane and Ashley Young on the pitch against Nottingham Forest.
No, well,
this is a game we need to win, stay up. But on the upside, one thing I will say is, well, if he's injured, who else do we play centre back? And it looks like Patterson could be injured as well. Coleman might have come off with an injury. Oh my days, what a night it's been at the office. We could. This is why I don't want to make it too negative, because we could literally get battered tonight and somehow be an Everton and go and beat Forest, and that's all that matters. And tonight really doesn't matter, because tonight is a game that we all knew we probably would have lost. Yeah, tonight is a game that we knew we probably could have lost. I hope so. I really do. But I would rather Everton, Caswell, be like taking me into the next game with a bit of confidence that we could do that. But it's just so hard with Everton because you can't get behind them. Like you don't know what you're going to get. How can you get behind something like that? Like you'd rather them consistently be showing something so you can believe in them, but you can't believe in them when they do that.
It's been a poor 2 games. Well, 3. If you look at Bournemouth.
Bournemouth was a stupid result as well.
Burnley, and then this one. Oh, because even the Burnley game wasn't a good performance. So
play for the badge. Play for the badge. Play for the freaking badge. Right, we have faced the music. It's late at night, by the way. I'm going to go and freaking chill out. Shite, that is for Monday night. What a way to start your week. All those good results as well. All those good results that went for. Lucky the results did go for us. They want it now when you look at it. All those results that went our way. Liverpool losing as well. And you think, yes, this doesn't feel right being an Evertonian. Things being this good. Boom. There you go. 6-0 on your freaking head. 6-0. There you go. Puts us back in place, doesn't it? I mean, Everton fans just can't have it good for long, can we? But I'm just really hoping Dyche sorts them out. I just don't understand, and I get where the blues is coming from, and I love the blues anyway, by the way. So we like to have our little debates and stuff. It's never like arguing or anything like that. But I just think that I want to see more fire in the belly on these players, Caswell. I want to see more. I want to see more passion. I want to see them really get stuck in. And I get, if they try and get stuck in. No, I'm sorry. Stats should just be a basic. They didn't. There's no fire in the belly today. There really wasn't for me.
Nope. Literally, Yeah, there's no way else of saying it or describing it, but I know it was just embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. That if you looked at that, say you flew over from America to somewhere and said, "See that game? Yeah, that's 2 Premier League football teams." Sort of go, they're in the same. That Everton team are in the same league as Chelsea. Yeah, it was embarrassing. That's the best word. We were an embarrassment.
It is the problem when you play Chelsea. And I did say this on the pre-match. I said this. I knew a lot of Chelsea fans, we're not that good this season. We're not that good. But I know what players they've got. And I know Palmer's dog's bollocks. I'm sorry. Palmer is up there with Bellingham and Foden. He is he's on par with Bellingham and Foden. I've got him in the England squad in my head, I tell you. Don't know how Southgate hasn't used him yet. But Palmer is incredible. He is incredible, and I know that. So when some Chelsea people were saying, or some Everton fans thought we was going to get an easy game just because Chelsea have been shit, really below standard. I knew Everton would get the best Chelsea. It's just an Everton thing. That's what happens against us, isn't it? If a team's not doing well, Everton will be the game that they bounce back. And that's what happened tonight. That's what happened. The Blues is saying, the Blues is saying we tried to press them tonight. I don't think we tried to press them, the Blues. Sorry, but I don't think we did. The press was awful. I think from what I seen, Caswell, when you press them, our watchers trying to press them, and you see Beto, Decore behind him, and Garner and Onana, and you see that press there, but there's no press out wide as well with it, if you know what I mean. There's no press from McNeil, and there's no press from Ashley Young. The press has got to be all over the pitch. So what they do when you press them is they know they can work it out wide because you're not pressing them out wide. Your wingers ain't pressing them, so they'll just work it out wide, and then it just bypasses. So that's all it does. You press them, they go around it out wide and back in, and then all your press is gone. So easy to kill. They just killed off our press.
Great.
Just killed it.
Totally agree.
Right, everybody. Thank you for coming on tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. If you can hit that like and subscribe, get our subs up to 1,000 people. Do that. It was a disgrace, yeah. If you can, literally, if you can go on Twitter and share this, the link's there. You can go on YouTube, click the link, just share it. We want more toffees in the comments. We've got a good toffee bluecast. Caswell's come on tonight. We've got Paul, who's been busy, but he's still managed to come on. Jamie's been on. That's been a big positive. The toffee bluecast team have proper showed up for this game, and we've all been on the channel. So if you can literally support us so we can keep putting out more content and believe that we're doing a good job, if you can do that, it's appreciated. Now, all we are, by the way, it's not about us. All we are is an Everton channel that goes live so Everton fans can get together, say how they think before the game and after the game. And that's what we've done. Me and Caswell have come on and said what we think. It's dog shit to do it, but we've done it. And we've read all your comments. We've interacted with you. We don't leave you out. We are like that on the channel. We don't like to leave people out. So we will just keep coming and facing the music and bringing Everton fans together. So that's what we'll keep doing. I don't know. Problem is, Richo, what you say tonight, you probably won't think going into the Forest game. That's the thing. You'll probably be back up for it then and pick yourself up. We'll try and pick yourself up before the channel. Caswell, give some last words. You got anything positive to say?
It is one game, innit? That is the thing.
Yeah.
It is one game. So
against Chelsea.
It's the big one. We've probably got 3 or 4 big games. Forest, Sheffield United, obviously Liverpool, and Luton. They're the 4 big ones, aren't they? So
and the thing is,
it is disappointing, but it is one game. So we've got to go into.
See, straight away, you just saying that, Caswell, just saying it's just one game. Give me a little bit of a boost then, saying sort your fucking head out, Dan. Come on, just don't dwell on this too much. Don't make this more of what it is. It, like you say, it's one game. It's been the shittest performance I've ever seen, but it doesn't define our season. That's the thing. It really doesn't define our season. And if we can go and if in all fairness, It's about turning negatives into positives. And if this game wakes us up, imagine if this game they beat us, but it didn't wake us up. This game might be the kick up the arse that our players and that Dyche needed, and this result could actually not knock us down, rear us up more than it's ever done for this Forest game and get us ready, making us realise that we just haven't been good enough. We need to step up. And if it does that, then maybe this game has worked in our benefit. You can twist things like that, can't you?
Possibly. But Sunday will tell. Sunday will be the telling point.
Yeah. If I could say all that and I could say all that and we could just get battered against Forest, then I'll be angry. But I'm just saying, yeah, I know. Trust me, we've been saying we don't see any positives all the way through. But at the end of the day, we've still got to stay up. We have still got to stay up. And we need to try and make this as less negative as we can. But I understand there's going to be a lot of negativity. I really do. And me and Castle have been negative all the way through the stream. And we need to go to sleep tonight. So we can't stay this negative. Do you know what I mean? Right. Let's put a bit of banner on. Thanks, Caswell, for coming on. I hope you've enjoyed it. Well, you haven't. You've took one of the worst ones, to be fair, out there. Lot, haven't you? All of them have had the good ones. And they've had the pre-matches. And you come on. But I did meet you at the game. And by the way, I met Caswell. He's about 10 foot, which I didn't expect in his house. He must have really high ceilings in his house. But I'm 6'2", and I met Caswell at the game, and I was like, and I don't look up to anyone really. I'm quite decent size, 6'2", but yeah, Caswell's about 10 foot, which you wouldn't expect. But I did meet him at the game, so that was a good thing.
Good centre half.
Yeah, you would make a good centre half. Rugby player as well, he is, Caswell. Have a boss night, everyone. We go again. We get knocked down. It'll take us a while to get back up, but we will bloody get back up. We always bloody do. Everton, aren't we?
It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want you to know.
I really do.